My name is Jana Du Plessis, and I am, how old am I now? 33. And what I'm about is I'm a writer, and I've always seen myself as a conceptual person. So I do quite a bit of things in terms of writing, like advertising writing. At the moment, I'm a freelancer, and I work in social media too, for the reason that I do enjoy it, and it brings in the money, it pays the bills. And the idea is also for me to write another novel this year. I've written 2 and published 2, so I'm working on another one. And yeah, I'll see where I go from here. So my personal brand, I would say I've never really been very conscious of it. I think it's something that's always been subconsciously since I studied branding at Vega as well. It's been something that I know about somewhere, but I only really became conscious of it when I had to start dealing with media, and when you realize strangers kind of sending you friend requests on Facebook or following you on Twitter and kind of wanting to know more about you. So then I realized, okay, a personal brand is something that you can control in a way, and perceptions that you can decide how you want to convey yourself. So in the beginning I didn't take it very seriously, and then I thought there's an opportunity here to actually not just brand yourself, but to mean something for someone and to stand for something. So my personal brand is about honesty and being real, and I think a lot of people appreciate that because they associate with someone who's true to themselves. Because of my background in advertising, you're very conscious of perceptions in terms of how people engage with brands, and I think very much it's always been, the traditional has been, brands are what people see as the products that they buy. So for the consumer, it's always been just engaging with a physical product, and then as we evolve, especially with the digital age, personal branding has become so much more. But my understanding of it is it's still very much based in the intrinsics of perceptions in terms of consumerism. So although people don't necessarily consume you, in a way there are certain touch points, like they engage with you, they buy into you, your idea of what you stand for, or they might reject you. So for me, there's that link, I suppose, in personal branding and kind of traditional branding. Definitely my honesty, and I mentioned this to a friend the other day, and as I said it, I realized that it's true. I don't play the game, as in the ad game. I don't play the workplace game. I don't play the corporate game. Not that I'm saying that's what you have to do to survive in it at all. It's just that I struggle to fit into a structure where I'm forced into being certain things expected of you. That doesn't mean I can't do routine or whatever. I'm extremely hardworking and dedicated, but I like to think that I'm a free thinker, so my advantage is that I'm honest, and people can appreciate that, and usually people can go, oh my word, I know how you feel. And even though they don't necessarily go, oh great, I'm also going to resign and be a freelancer, they can go, wow, she made it, she made a success of it. If I can inspire people through that, then I feel like I've done my job. Usually it's the way people carry themselves. It's more that I see more than anything. Before you see details like eyes or arms, I have a thing for nice arms in a man. I suppose that's relevant, but that's not the point. It's like more the whole package. So people come with a certain energy around them, and I'm attracted naturally to people who have the same energy as I do, or a positive energy that they kind of exude. So I pick that up from people, is the energy that they carry with them. That's what I notice more than anything. Physically, I think probably my hair. I'm not sure. And I think also my energy. I've heard a lot where people say when I walk into the room that they like an energy shifts, and I think that's something very much that's a gift. And I try to keep true to that gift even when I'm tired and I don't necessarily have the energy for it. So I think very much, my energy that surrounds me when I walk into a space. I like the idea of surrounding myself with a lot of different people. So I love the variety I have in my life at the moment. I used to have, when I was younger, identity crisis, going, where do I fit in? Am I more of a jockey kind of girl? Am I Afrikaans chick from Pretoria? Which I'm so not. But I'm a little bit of everything, and I can be friends with people from any age group and any race, and I like it that way. So how they influence me is just, I love having variety. I have creative people in my life, I have more corporate people in my life, I have religious people in my life, I have atheists in my life, and I love it that way. I think it's absolutely like 100% needed, and those kind of skills to be able to communicate clearly are extremely important. I think especially when it comes to working with people and people's perceptions and emotions and so many factors, if you don't communicate clearly, something might fall through the cracks. You can save yourself a lot of time by being able to communicate clearly. Being a foghorn and absolutely loud is one thing, but being able to put your ideas into words in an email, or going up to someone, and maybe it's a confrontational situation, but kind of being able to take a step back, assess, and then communicate. I find it's extremely important. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a part of everyone, you work in an industry with so many personalities, so not everyone is going to necessarily appreciate a certain personality. So you have to, and it's not being fake. Yeah. It's just, as you say, it's just censoring yourself, being sensitive to other people and how they maybe perceive a certain culture or certain way of doing, and just kind of being sensitive to that. My personal brand would be somewhere between a 7 and an 8. 7 on some days where you just don't get the time or can't be bothered, or maybe you're not true to your personal brand. 8 on the days where it's often based on feedback. When it's positive feedback and you feel people are enjoying who you're putting out there, it's like you keep building on that. But then there might be those 1 or 2 people who don't like it, and you kind of, because I'm quite sensitive, I might go, oh my word, I feel like I'm 10 steps back, and I might be a 6 on that scale. So that scale for me is forever changing, also depending on how you keep building it and also keep nurturing it and evolving it. I'm still involved with Vega in a way because I used to teach there for 5 years, and some students that I taught are now graduating, and they very much have to build their personal brands to try and get employed. So a lot of them are going into internships now, and because I'm still in contact with some of them and I really adore them, and it's a passion of mine to help young people out and find their way. They ask a similar question, and I would say to them, it's how to build a personal brand is very much about being true to yourself, but also finding your thing that you stand for and sticking to it. Not everyone's going to like it, and that's fine, but I'd rather you be someone who appeals to a certain group or a certain situation and keep building that than try to be everything for everyone. Because the moment you try to be everything for everyone, you end up being nothing for no one. That's fantastic. Hashtag brand me.